So now you know how to make videos that look professional with high quality production values. This alone will be enough to help promote your brand and potentially generate sales. But the problem with a well-made video is that it says nothing about the content or the popularity. If you want your video to get clicked on, and you want to generate likes, which you do because this increases its exposure, then you need to ensure your videos are created in a way that's engaging and that they have the right titles and the right message. If you've ever done any content marketing revolving around written articles and posts, then you'll likely know just how important the right title is for its success. And a video will live or die by its title because often this is the only thing a potential viewer has to go on when deciding whether or not to watch the content. The title, of course, is going to be tied very closely to the subject matter, and this is what you need to work hard to get right if you're vlogging or creating a video series. The problem is there's a lot of content on YouTube these days. Viewers have seen thousands of videos on how to lose weight or how to make money from home. Likewise, they've seen countless comedy sketches and cat videos. If you want to A. get watched and B. get liked and subscribed, you need to offer something new and interesting. Try to think of titles in your niche that no one else has thought of. Titles that can change people's lives or that are just plain fascinating. This might mean combining two different topics, or it might mean coming up with something from a completely different perspective. Either way, talking about using cardio acceleration to burn 20% more fat is far more likely to do well than the aforementioned how to lose weight video. The distinction is that it's a new topic and it offers real value and interest. This is one reason that Vsauce has done so extremely well as a channel. On this channel, the host talks about things that are truly mind-blowing and answers the kinds of questions that many of us have always had but never thought to ask, like why the moon looks bigger in the sky sometimes. Another great example is Elliot Hulse's Strength Camp. This is a strength training channel, but rather than just talking about building muscle, Elliot often talks about broader subjects that appeal to a much wider audience. In his Yo Elliot series, for example, he asks questions about being more alpha male or exuding confidence. These are things that appeal to the same target audience, but that go a little deeper and offer something a little different. Try to think like that with your own videos. Note that alongside your video title, the only other tool you have for grabbing attention right at the start is your thumbnail. These can be very effective in bringing in more views, so make sure that your thumbnails are custom made and that they encapsulate what's interesting and unique about your video in a visually pleasing way. If you can do all of these things well, then you'll get likes, subscribers and shares. There are a few more things that can help too. One is to simply ask for likes. Say at the end of your video that you'd appreciate likes, shares and subscribes, and you'll find this can be surprisingly effective. Even a little pop-up reminding people to subscribe can be useful, as can running competitions and challenges revolving around getting more likes. For instance, why not create a part 1 video and say you'll upload the second part only after you reach 1,000 likes. It sounds like a trick, but it can be surprisingly effective. Another way to get likes is to make sure that you are likable and charismatic. Now, this part can be a little harder than it sounds. If you're not born charismatic, then how do you get people to think you are? There are some things that you can do. Smiling more is a good tip, as is gesticulating more. Gesticulating correlates with enthusiasm, and if it looks like you believe in what you're saying, it'll make you instantly more likable while boosting your charisma. At the same time, you should also avoid trying to force sales or engaging in behaviors that are off-putting. Don't be negative and don't be dismissive. Talk as you would talk to a friend. Speak frankly and openly. Engage the audience with rhetorical questions and the occasional joke, and ask people to get in touch. At the same time, be honest with yourself. Sad though it is, some of us just aren't charismatic or likable. If you didn't have many friends at school, and you don't have many now, if you've never been much of a leader, well, then public speaking probably isn't going to be your strong suit. And that's fine. Just create videos where you don't have to be in front of the camera, or hire someone else to stand in for you. Play to your strengths and don't let your ego get in the way of smart business. Finally, make sure you offer your viewers something useful that they can act on. If you do that, they'll be grateful to you and feel compelled to help you out in return with a like. Business is about providing value, and that is just as true for video marketing as it is for everything else.